So Jordana, nice to see you back on the Fast and Furious franchise. I was wondering, I mean, you're back, the character is also back in action. Did you kind of merge what you were feeling about going back to to this saga with what your character feels going back to be part of this family, like more explicitly?
That's a really interesting question. Yes, I would say I didn't do it consciously, but I do think that the emotion I brought to being back and being back on set with Justin and Vin and Michelle coincided with how Mia felt, coming back out of hiding, seeing her brother. So yes, I think those two paralleled each other, absolutely.
As we all know, the whole Fast and Furious movies deal with family and how this is a big family. And you mentioned Justin also going back. Did it help for him to know your character so well, so that you kind of both took from where you left?
Yeah, I think it helps to have Justin at the helm, not only because he knows the entire franchise back to back, the characters back to back, but also because I just have this innate trust of Justin. And so whatever he says, like whether it's a direction, whether it's a tweak, because sometimes with action movies too, we have no idea what's happening. Like we have no idea, like go left, go right, go up, go down. And this is what's happening. You're like, all right, but I have no idea. With Justin, you just inherently trust him because he's done such great work, right? Like I worked with him on Annapolis 5, 6, and this is my 4th movie with Justin. So I just trust him completely. So I have utter faith in him.
Man, we messing with magnets now? You woke, don't wake up. Whoa. Get back, can't front. Yeah, everything we gave up. Even when we die, we raise up.
You mentioned how you don't know what's happening, and once you see the whole movie, it makes sense. What would you say that it also will make sense for people to go back to cinemas and experience it in a big screen?
I think there's 2 levels to that question, because one, I think for diehard fans, watching 9 will make sense of the whole franchise because it goes back to even 1 and the Toretto history, our dad, what happened with our dad, what happened with how Jacob came into it. So that's super gratifying. And then to go back to movies with this film on the 20th anniversary of this film is such a great celebration of cinema. And I think you have to be in a theater because of the surround sound, because of the spectacle that it is. And so I think it's just a wonderful celebration, a wonderful way to come out of what we've come out of. And I think it's very appropriate.
If the franchise is a car, what part of that car would you be?
Ooh. You know what? Justin always refers to me as clutch. And so I guess I would be the clutch. I couldn't even tell you what part that is because I'm somewhat car illiterate, but I guess I would be the clutch.
We on the loose.
Not today.